Chaos magic is a form of postmodern occultism that is distinguished from the traditional forms of ceremonial magic. Its philosophy may be summed up in two popular adages: belief is a tool, and nothing is true, everything is permitted. The first saying is attributed to Peter Carroll, who is credited with naming, shaping, and marketing chaos magic in the late 1970s, although the principles of chaos magic were spontaneously emerging during a mini-occult renaissance at the end of the 20th century and the shift to postmodernism. The second saying is a line William S. Burroughs poetically attributed to the 11th century Islamic mystic and militant named Hassan ibn Sabah. The line also has been immortalized in the cult novel The Illuminatus trilogy, and more recently the Assassin's Creed franchise. Ray Sherwin, who collaborated with Peter Carroll at the outset of the launch of Chaos Magic as Chaos Magic, summed it up this way. Chaos Credo would run on the following lines: I do not believe in anything. I know what I know, and I postulate theories which may or may not enter my system of adopted beliefs when those theories have been tested. There are no gods or demons, except for those I have been conditioned into acknowledging and those I have created for myself. I create and destroy beliefs according to their usefulness. In the words of the wise, nothing is true, everything is permitted, provided it interferes with no one. Tempered by years of immersion in Eastern spirituality, chaos magic appealed to me when I began looking for a place to settle after having taken interest in Western occultism. I see it this way. We do not experience reality. We experience perceptions and conditions and build a personal and collective reality from these. Reality, therefore, changes when the paradigm changes. Chaos magic takes the supernatural out of how sorceress woo works. It is about how human beings are wired to think and react, and about methods to trip the system in oneself and in the community at large. It perhaps has more to do with consciousness research, metapsychology, neuropsychiatry, and things yet unknown about the human psyche and human energy field than standard forms of occultism that are attempts to preserve medieval and antique paradigms. This is perhaps why neuro-linguistic programming and the psychology of memes are in part popular in the chaos magic scene. Reality is about framing and conditioning. Chaos magic, as a product of postmodernism, is strongly influenced by Discordianism, science fiction, pop culture, and cyberculture. Some currents take a ceremonialist orientation. Some take performance art and guerrilla sorcery to new places and or are politically engaged. Chaos magic is highly diverse and individualistic. Common signature elements of practice include novel hypnotic or other trance or trigger techniques to align the conscious and subconscious and thereby cause change in accordance with will. Techniques are broadly classified as inhibitory or excitatory. Explorations in subliminalism and mimetic intelligence are also directed toward the community at large. In my own practice, I meld elements of folk magic and sigil crafting, usually using inhibitory techniques. I would go on to draw heavily from postmodern occult psychology and chaos magic and Eastern spiritual philosophy when I began to explore more traditional forms of magic. Ultimately, they led me full circle back to contemplative spiritual practice.